Hi, good morning to one and all. Today I am going to discuss about electron beam machining. It is a combination of electrical and thermal energies. By using electrical energy, we are creating a thermal, that is heat energy. In this, we are creating one beam. By using this, that beam is impinges on the workpiece. At the time, the heat energy will be developed. Due to this heat, the metal will be evaporate at the beam concentrated point. By using this process, we are machining the workpiece. Coming to electron beam machining process. In this, it is a non-conventional electrothermal material removal process that utilizes a focused beam or high velocity electrons to perform high speed uh, process like drilling, cutting. Operations can be done by using this electron beam machining process. In this, it is a high energy beam machining process. Next, coming to working principle. In this machining process works on basic principle of conversion of kinetic energy of electron into heat energy. What is the kinetic energy? The kinetic energy is gets from the electron transferred from the emitting gun. It will convert that kinetic energy into heat energy. When the electron beam is hit the workpiece, at that point it will convert the kinetic energy into heat energy. Due to this heat energy, the material will gets heated. Due to this, the vaporization of material will take place. For this, the machining process will be completed. Okay, when a high speed electron impinges on your workpiece, they convert its electric kinetic energy into heat energy. Okay, next, this heat energy used to vaporize material at contact surface. Next, this process is carried out in vacuum. Otherwise, the electron will collide with air particles and loses its energy before impinging on the work material. Whenever it collides with air particle, what happens means the energy in the beam will be reduced. Therefore, when the beam is hits on the workpiece, the sufficient amount of heat cannot be developed. Okay. Next, observe, it is the diagrammatic representation of EBM process. It consists of high voltage cable. At this point, the cathode grid is connected to the high voltage cable, that is 30 kilowatts DC power supply. From this cathode grid, the electrons will emit whenever the cathode we supply the high voltage supply. Due to this, the free electrons from the cathode grid will move to the anode, because here generate from free uh, some repelling forces. Due to these repelling forces, electrons will transfer from cathode to anode, and anode will apply the attractive forces, so that the electron moves from cathode grid to anode grid. Next, from this beam here to here, the beam is starting point here and ending point is here. Whenever the beam is hit the workpiece, the workpiece can be machined. In these starting point and end, there are number of elements we are using, that is anode, electron stream, magnetic lens, deflection coils, and viewing port, and optical viewing system. These are the different elements we are used to diverge. The divergent beam can be concentrate at single point. All these elements can be used like this. The machining process can be done easily. Next, it is a detailed view of EBM. Okay, it consists of cathode grid, bias grid, anode, vacuum throttle valve. Next, magnetic lens. Next, lighting system for alignment, aperture, electromagnetic coils, deflector coils. All this we will discuss in coming slides. Okay, we will discuss one by one. We can easily understand. Okay, principal elements in the e-beam process, that is electron beam gun, cathode cartridge, annular bias guide, grid, anode, magnetic lens, aperture, next electromagnetic lens and deflector coils, work table, next illuminating system. These are the principal elements of e-beam. Next, coming to electron beam gun. The basic function of any electron beam gun is to generate free electrons at cathode. Then they accelerate them to a sufficiently high velocity and to focus them over a small spot size, that is at concentrate at single point. Next, the cathode is generally made up of tungsten or tantalum, because here generation of heat very high, so that to withstand the temperature we selected tungsten or tantalum. They having high thermal efficiency material. Next, such cathode filaments are heated often inductively to a temperature around 2500 degrees centigrade. Next, heating leads to thermoionic emission of electron. When we are supplying the heat, due to this heat, some thermoionic emission of electrons will be developed. Due to this, a combination of repelling forces from the negative cathode and attracting forces from anode, that is positive anode, causes the free electrons to accelerate and directed towards the workpiece. Next, one of the major requirements of e-beam process is electron gun is maintained at vacuum, a desired vacuum, that is 10 power minus 2 to minus 4 to 10 power minus 6 torr. This torr is nothing but 1 torr is equals to 1 mm of Hg. Next, the thermonic emission is the thermally induced flow of charge carriers from a surface or over a potential barrier. Coming to bias grid, it is highly negative bias. It controls the flow of electrons coming from the cathode to anode. Next, to avoid the divergence of the electrons and send them to as a flow to the next step. Next, coming to anode, here the positively biased terminal, it is a positive biased terminal. Due to the potential difference between the anode and cathode, the electrons accelerate towards the anode. Therefore, the velocity with which the electrons pass through the anode, that is nothing but 66% of the velocity of the light. Next, coming to magnetic lens. The magnetic lens function is same as that normal lens. It is used to transfer the or reflect the light from one point. It can change the direction of the light or beam. Next, concentrates the beam of electrons. Next, shapes the beam. Next, reduce the divergence of the beam. Next, coming to aperture. Here, the captures the stray electrons, that is diverged from the beam coming the cathode and present near the frame. Next, again the captured electrons are then sent for obtaining concentrated beam on electrons. Next, coming to electromagnetic lens. Electromagnetic lens is used to focus the electron beam at a particular point on the workpiece. So, a high intense beam reaches a workpiece which produces more heat and improve the machining process. That is, the divergent beam coming from the previous points, by using these lens we concentrate the divergent beam at single point. Okay. Next, coming to the deflecting coil. The deflecting coils does not allow to beam deflect and take care of all electrons moves in the series thus form a high intense beam. Next, coming to illuminating system and telescope. Both are used to simultaneously align the electron beam with the workpiece. Next, coming to slotted disk. To avoid obstruction of vapor of metal into the optical window of E-beam. Next, allow electron beam to pass but not enters the vapor or metal fumes to pass through it. After a melting process, some vapor will be generated. It will cannot pass through it. Okay. Next, coming to power supply. We are using the high voltage power supply required to E-beam is 100 to 150 kilovolts to accelerate the electrons. Next, the power density is that is too high, that is 10 power 4 watts per mm square. It power density to melt and vaporize the metal. Next, the beam current is 250 to 250 microamps to 1 ampere. Next, the pulse duration should be in the range that is 50 microseconds to 50 milliseconds. Next, the spot size should be 10 micrometers to 100 micrometers, or even in some cases we use the 500 micrometers also. Next, working of E-beam. Starting point at the high voltage is applied across the cathode filament. Therefore, the thermo-ionic emission of electrons takes place at the cathode grid. Next, the thermo-ionic electrons are repelled by the cathode and attracted by the anode through the bias grid. Electrons are accelerated to the more than half of the velocity of light. After that, these electrons or beam of electrons is shaped to focused with the help of series of magnetic and electromagnetic lenses. It can be shaped easily. Next, finally, the electron beam impinges on the workpiece. Therefore, upon the impingement of the kinetic energy of the electrons is converted into heat energy when the electron beam is touched the workpiece. Therefore, it converts the kinetic energy into heat energy. Therefore, this results in melting and vaporization of material takes place. Therefore, the spot size in the range of 10 to 100 microns, that is high energy. Next, coming to mechanism of material removal, that is MRR. Mechanism of material removal, that is localized heating, melting and evaporation. Due to these, the material will be removed by concentrating the beam coming from the cathode at single point. Next, expulsion of any molten material at the top, high vapor pressure or auxiliary material. Next, observed in this diagram, first we start the beam just at a particular point. After that, here first the localized heating by focused electron beam will be formed at this point. Next, after some time, the gradual formation of hole will be occurred. At the same point, we are focusing beam at continuously by increasing the time. Like that, first the localized temperature, due to the localized temperature, the material will be heated. After that, it will be a small hole will be created. After that, it will be increased the size of the hole. After that, the vaporization of the material will take place. It is the process flow of material removal. Next, process parameters. The process parameters which directly affect the machining characteristics, that is the accelerating voltage. Electrons get accelerated at this high voltages. Next, the beam current related to the number of electrons emitted by the cathode or available in a beam. Based on the supplying beam current, it will be vary. Next, the beam current can be in the range of 200 microamperes to 1 ampere. Next, the pulse duration. The pulse duration can be as low as, that is 50 microseconds to as long as 15 milliseconds. Next, energy per pulse, that is 100 joules per pulse. Next, spot size in the range, that is the controlled by degree of focusing achieved by the electromagnetic lenses. By using these, we can control the size of the spot. Next, for a lower spot size, the material removal will be faster through the size of the hole would be lower. Next, power density. The energy density and power density is governed by energy per pulse, duration and spot size. Next, material removal rate in E-beam, that is where Q is equals to area of slot or hole into speed of cutting, that is A into V, where Q is nothing but in mmr, that is P is equals to C into Q, where C is equals to specific power consumption. Therefore, the thermal velocity acquired by electron of the work material due to the electron beam, that is V. Next, coming to advantages of E-beam. It extremely close tolerance can be maintained by using this process. Next, heat affected zone or minimum. Next, it can machine almost any material irrespective of their mechanical properties. Next, the beam can be concentrated on very small area. Next, it produces a better surface finish and narrow curve. Next, thermal distortion is least. Next, coming to limitations, that is the equipment cost is very high. This is the major limitation. Next, the interaction of the electron beam with workpiece surface produces hazardous X-ray, hence shielding is necessary for this process. Next, vacuum is essentially required. Next, because of very low metal removal rate, the process is economically only for small volume cuts. Next, skilled labor is required to accelerate the electrons. Next, very high voltage is required to accelerate the electrons. Next, the program can be machined only for thinner parts. Next, coming to applications, that is it particularly suitable for producing a small diameter holes, that is 0.002 inches. Next, it is especially adapted for micro machining process. Next, machining of wide drawing dies having small cross sectional area, for that applications we can use this process. Next, perforating of sheets, AI, as well as plastics, aluminum, as well as plastics, ceramics, leathers can be machined successfully using this process. Next, E-beam does not apply any cutting force on the workpiece. Thus, very simple work holding is required because we are not applying any forces on the material. Okay, it is about E-beam. Okay, thank you.